Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there, man? And you know what this is, the Sparking Conversation, yo, where we do it, spark and conversate. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all joining us each and every week, man. That be jumping on the live stream and that be listening to the audio playbacks, you know what I mean, on Google, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere y'all consume podcasts, man. I appreciate y'all so much for showing your boy some love, man, It's really dope to know that not only are the visual podcasts being seen, but also the audio version. And to be honest with you, I picking up the podcast again and bringing it back. It was a thing, man. It was a discussion and with myself, obviously, to just even see like if it's even worth bringing back. You know what I mean? But I knew that I needed to because I should have never stopped in the first place. And what happens is, like most of us, when we start doing something and we start picking up other things, and then sometimes we forget because some people be telling us ever since we was a kid that stick to one thing and only do one thing and let that one thing be the thing you master. And it's just not set up that way. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? In my DNA, I don't know what's going on, but focusing on one thing and having one thing is just too close to having nothing to me. You know what I mean? So getting back on the swing of things with the podcast, this is episode 19. At some point, I'm not going to be able to count. So right now, while I can still remember what the number is episode 19. And I got some dope guests on with me tonight. And we just going to chop it up. I just got to ask some questions for the ladies tonight. And we're just going, we're going to maneuver through it. Next week, I'm going to have some of my boys on. And we're going to chop it up. One thing I don't like to do is I don't like to do men versus women thing. I think that's corny. I think that the reason why we have so much discord in our community is because we don't communicate. And communication is so important. You know what I'm saying? In anything you do, no matter what the relationship is, communication is important. And a lot of times people don't have the concept to understand people's perspectives. They feel like because they don't agree with a person that they should make the other person think how they think. Or if they don't think how the other person think, then it's automatically a bridge or a wedge and separate between these people. And then boom, that's when egos clash and and all this extra stuff come in. So the thing that we need to get is understanding, man. Like we don't need to be so back and forth all the time, so argumentative, so in competition with understanding, like trying to make one gender right over the other and all this other corny shit that go on in a lot of adults when they do have communication, man. So later for that. And so we gonna chop it up. But before we do that, y'all know I gotta get into the sponsors. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know I'm gonna shout out this Flixsters, y'all. Flixsters, 24-hour streaming service for all my content creators. I don't care what you're doing. You're doing comedy. If I don't care if you're doing home makeovers, whatever you're doing, you want your own channel. If you ever envision on having your own 24-hour streaming service, now's the time, right? No more excuses. It's the software is out there, and Flixsters is the one for y'all. I'm telling y'all, go out there. The description will be in the link of this video. So go through there, check out all the information, get with them. Flixsters, y'all. All right. Also, don't forget Canva Kits for all my people out there that throw events, that have music that they putting out, that need any marketing material, period. Y'all know Canva is the cheat code. And also, we got some extensions to Canva, which is Canva Kits. Canva Kits is a big sponsor to the show. Their link is in the description as well. And they have all these designer templates that's really not even on the pro version of Canva that you can use. You know what I'm saying? And stand out amongst the rest, yo, when it comes to marketing, promoting, whatever you got going on. One thing about it, if you're a graphic designer, this is perfect for you. And if you're not a graphic designer, but you market and promote your own brand, products, or whatever, Canva Kits, y'all. Just mark my words. Canva Kits. Link in the description. All right. So don't forget. All right. So y'all know how I get down to. It's the collective where each and every day, each and every way. Y'all know how we get down. Shout out to my crew. Shout out to everybody that be supporting the brand. Y'all see I got on the Team Collective shirt tonight. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that support the brand. The orders come in. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man, because without y'all, it's nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? So double salute to y'all. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce my guest because it's about that time, right? And these my people, y'all. So they gonna when I bring them in, they're gonna introduce themselves, but y'all already know y'all seen them in anything. Y'all seen them in my content for sure. But they also do their own thing, and we're gonna get into that. But we're gonna get into some other things tonight. So, me welcome the ladies on the V. What up, me?
My bad, I was muted. What's up? What's up?
Nah, don't mute, yo. We gotta talk. You can't be muted now, yo. Word up, you know what I'm saying? All right, and we got Aisha in the building. Hey,
Hey.
and this is gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, cause that's a whole character, yo. But y'all know what to do, man. Introduce yourselves, let the people know who y'all are.
What's up? I'm Mika. I am an entrepreneur. I am a life coach. I do tarot readings. I do healing. I create journals, planners, notebooks. I act with Raw, apparently. I do whatever. I like to stay busy, so I'm always into something.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. Okay, Aisha.
Hey, so my name is Aisha. I'm a comedian. I'm a stand-up comedian. I also produce shows, comedy shows, and um, I own my own boutique. I'm a little bit everywhere, but I'm pretty much known for my Aisha Chronicles, where I tell a story of my life, one glass of wine at a time. And you've been warned because I've been drinking.
All right. And speaking of glasses of wine, I'm back on it tonight. I got mine. I'm on some blueberry wine though. It's that Stella Rose, yo.
Mm,
Okay,
It's called
fancy.
Original
mm.
Blueberry, and this joint banging, y'all. I just want to put y'all on to something, man. If y'all out there shopping for wine, you know what I mean. Stella Rose, yo, blueberry joint, yo. This joint banging for real. Y'all check that out there.
Whew.
I'm not. They not sponsors or nothing. I'm just giving a shout out to my people who are good wine connoisseurs. You know what I'm
Okay, so they're not sponsors, so I can talk my stuff as well. No, I'm gonna put you on raw because that Stella Rose is what, like 7 to 9%.
This one is yeah. Wait, hold on, yo. Let me see. Let me see. Cause you about to check me for that, yo.
I am
Yep.
because that's sugar
Yo,
in the bottle.
9%. Yep, 9%.
Yeah, I'm drinking 14% right now. You've been warned.
She's like, yeah, you ain't really drinking wine, right? You just
You
tasting
drinking?
wine. I'm just
It's
tasting
Kool
wine
Aid.
right now.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you
It's
ain't
Kool.
gotta do that to me.
I'll
I
show
ain't
you.
got.
I'm the connoisseur. I'll show you.
All
That's what
right,
I'm known
bet.
for.
So we're gonna have to put that in motion, yo, so I can get the wine that I need. 14% though, you know. Sometimes we go a little long on the show. I might not make it through. Nah, we can make it. You know how that go.
It's
But
okay. Just keep drinking that communion wine.
oh, that's crazy, yo.
Sheesh.
Now I'm gonna have to step it up now because you don't call me out and live too. You don't call me out,
Oh, my
so I
apologies.
mean, it's not like
My
I can
bad.
take this back now. I'm gonna have to step it
Mm,
up now and give me
mm,
some stronger wine, yo.
mm-hmm,
Shit, you don't
Come
play
correct,
now.
Raw.
mm,
Come
She,
correct.
I
mm.
know, and look, she knew that. You know, she a real wine connoisseur. She knew the percentage. She like, what's that?
She
5 to 9?
knew.
Yeah, I bet. So I know who to call for the wine, yo.
You got that right.
But all right, yo. So y'all know how I get down, man. So, the show's called Sparking Conversation, of course, where we just have normal conversations. Earlier, I was telling the people that, I have some questions that I wanted to shoot out to the ladies today because um, what better way to ask questions about the ladies but have ladies answer them, right? Instead of having men up there giving their perspective on these questions, even though these are questions that can affect anybody that's involved. You know what I'm saying? So, um, one of the questions that I have for y'all tonight, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, when I ask the questions, anybody could jump in. But it came up online recently that a lot of people were talking about the way that women dress, right? So the way you dress is the way you want to be addressed. So I want to ask y'all because I think it's important because a lot of times people do not discuss it from that point of view. Now we get it. A lot of you ladies, y'all like to stick up for each other. Y'all got like this blind sisterhood, which is corny because when people are wrong, they should be, checked out as wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if they right, they right. But opinions are everything because everybody has one, right? Right. So should women dress how they want to be addressed? Either one of y'all can jump in.
I'm gonna let Mika
I,
speak first because she the nice one.
where I'm at right now is who's interpreting how she wants to be addressed. I just it if she wears something short, is that assuming she wants to be addressed? Like, who's making that accusation? Who's summing it up and saying if you're dressed this way, you want to be addressed this way?
Well, I think for the most part, why is because they have certain women who are champion the way that women dress. So, for example, Amber Rose have something called the slut walk, where she feels like she should be proud to be considered that. But then, in actuality, whenever you are out in public, or if you're with a man, or if it's anything that comes to that, when you get subjectified or people approach you a certain way based on how you look, it's like, how can you be upset about that? Like, people don't get a chance to know you past what they see, first of all. Because you know how it is with men and women is totally different. Women could look at a man and totally be not attracted to him and won't even give him an option. You ever heard that old saying about how, a lot of times after she got to know him, he became attractive? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that first impression thing. So I think that's where they were speaking from when they read whatever they posed the question, to people. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think, Aisha?
I fully agree. I fully agree with dress the way you want to be addressed. Actually, you don't go for certain job interviews dressed like a bum and expect to be an executive. You see what I'm saying? You
Right.
represent yourself at all times. So however you represent yourself, the vision is the first thing they see. They don't want to hear what's in your mouth yet. So if you coming at me looking like a bum, why would I listen to you about making $1 million? It makes no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you come to me looking like you know what you're talking about, I actually may listen a little more. Not saying that you don't know what you're talking about because you're dressed wrong. It's just my attention is going to be swayed. Your opinion is not going to be as strong because I'm going to feel like you don't know what you're speaking of.
Right. So in that aspect, I think, from the standpoint, would y'all, agree that I bet. So the way that you perceive yourself, because perception is everything. People don't necessarily know you; they just go by what your perception of you is, right?
Yeah.
So if a woman is dressed provocatively, is that it? Does that have anything to do with or does that represent who she is as a person, or does that represent her decision making?
When men wear gray sweatpants, does that mean they want? Never mind.
Right.
No, I don't know, because
I mean,
like you
sometimes you're
said,
just feeling yourself, I mean, I personally, you know me, right? I don't
right,
dress provocatively. That's not my style.
right,
But
Well,
I wouldn't.
I'm gonna dress nice regardless. Like, there's a difference between looking good, feeling sexy, and looking like a slut. There's a big difference. You're not gonna see my ass. I can be fully dressed from head to
Yeah,
toe and still turn heads in the entire room, versus having to come in
absolutely.
there naked for people to see me. No, it's completely different. So
Exactly. I don't dress that way. To me, that's not comfortable for me.
right.
I don't dress that way. That's not for me. But it, it, I do see where the perception is. I can see where they're like, well, you got everything out, so it must be up for grabs. That
Well,
makes a lot of sense.
yeah. It's just that, for men, like, if you think about it, most of the time, if a man sees that, like, I don't know, it just depends on the type of dude it is, right? So the way that dude may perceive her as she might be fast, or, she might be, into just whatever it is sexual, because she's, so into her body, in that
Yeah.
sense, But I
that's because
also,
men are visual, though.
Yeah.
right, we are
They're
And,
visual
very
creatures.
visual.
and
So
so
we
with
looking at what the visual is.
Right.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, then you have to keep that in mind to just say, well, they shouldn't judge me based on my attire. That's kind of a selfish mentality. You can't get mad when you know the mentality of people they're gonna judge you based on how you look first. So if you feel like they're wrong for assuming things, then that's fine. Just change the way you dress or just keep moving. But other than that,
Right.
yeah.
Or don't
Right.
care.
That's what I said. Keep
You're
moving.
choosing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Keep moving.
Yeah.
exactly.
Especially if like, if any, like what you said, me, like, if a person don't care, like, live your life for you, do what you do how you feel, right? And just be strong enough to deal with it either way. whether it's good
Exactly.
or bad. Just be, be able to deal with it. You know what I'm saying, and not make it such a, a hate thing, because it's
Yeah.
too much things separating us right now, and that's one of the things that people are constantly talking about is, you know, can a person really trust a person who is like letting it all hang out? Like, and I really don't know. Like, I can't answer that, because a lot of times the way that person present themselves in the beginning, you kind of already know what you're getting into. So if you see a girl and she already out half naked, and you approach her and you continue it, like, you already know that from the door. So how you going, like, what you upset about now? Now you got to go places and fight because everybody looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to
Now
test your
you
chin.
mad?
Yeah, they want
Mhm.
to. They want to see if you really gonna hold it down. Now they want to check you in front of her and all this other shit, because
Yeah.
they, I mean, it just happens. It happens every day, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, but people are in this world to get attention. A lot of people like attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So before I move on, I just want to make sure anybody else y'all got anything else y'all want to say about that? Y'all pretty cool on that? Y'all good? Y'all
I'm
look at.
good. I'm gonna be good because you already tried to call me out from the beginning. I'm gonna be real good.
No,
I
this
want to
is
say
this is the
no,
time to shine.
no,
This what this
no. We
platform is
good.
for. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
I'm good.
Because you said something about the sweatpants thing, and
Yeah, I
that's
was gonna
that's
say it
another
again.
thing. Yeah. Like, when it come to guys, I bet. So I can't speak for all guys. All I know,
Right.
it just depends on the color scheme you trying to wear. You not wearing it because you trying to, you know what I'm saying, show something. Because
That's
think
the
about it.
unfortunate part. But because they know the stigmatism to that, those that are choosing to wear it on purpose with the white shirt, and then they be wearing the Nike slippers or whatever to go with the thought outfit, the thought 3000.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? They
Yes.
know what they're getting
Yes.
into. So if you gonna wear that, you might as well go ahead and get ready to give them draws, because I'm gonna make you laugh out your draws. It is what it is.
Awesome.
Okay,
Sir,
so
drop
hold
the
on for a
boxers.
second.
Drop the boxers.
Hold on for a second. So you saying a white tee, gray sweats, and some slides is a thought outfit for
That's
men?
thought
Yes.
3000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thought 3000.
What?
That's thought level
Cats
3000.
got
That's that gear right
Yeah.
there.
I've
guys
actually
got a
I've dated guys who purposely say, I'm gonna put on these gray sweatpants just so you can have problems for today. But okay, no worries, keep doing what you're doing. You come back and just have a sad bed tonight. Is it what it is? Like, you're
oh
thought
wow.
3000. I'm not dealing
I
with that.
can't believe that, yo. So cats automatic. Okay, I didn't know that.
They know what they're
Like,
doing.
listen, I didn't know that dudes are purposely, you know what I'm saying, wearing sweatpants for that reason. That's kind of, well, I don't know. I can't really say. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
say. You know what I'm
They
saying?
know what it
But
and the basketball shorts, they know what they're doing.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't even use
Absolutely.
they don't even go to Target and get the thick ones no more. They get the extra thin ones, like it could have came from Roses or something, where the wind blow right through them. You don't even trust nobody. So like they know exactly what they're doing, just letting it
dudes be
all
having
hang
on
out.
roses
And I just
shorts.
Yes.
Yeah,
listen,
but
they know exactly
who?
what it
I
is.
mean, but what dudes is really weird? Like, all right, so think about that though.
Who
We talked about this last time about people who are, when they talk about dudes that got money and they corny. It doesn't matter if they got money or not. If they're corny, they still corny. So I'm saying, like, what dudes are shopping in places that they got these thin ass basketball shorts for that reason though? Like, I
I
don't think.
almost did a DMX calling everybody out. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it, because what I'm not gonna do. I have grown up. I am an adult now, and I don't live in the past. But I literally, mhm.
I mean, I ain't know. Like I
Amen.
said, I don't pay attention to like that particular thing when it come to dudes. So I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
said, I didn't know that was a thing that dudes had thought gear. Like I didn't
they
know
do
that.
have
Yeah.
thought gear.
They have that gear. It's
Now
like
that
a
you
whole
know,
section. Yeah.
right,
But
and now
so
that you
would that
know,
be?
you'll notice it.
So would that be the dudes that just go from pillar to post with women because they don't have jobs and stuff like that because they just be around swinging around and all
Nah,
that?
those
Yeah,
they
is
different
that
ones, because they come in, because
No, yeah.
I don't talk to those type men, and
Yeah, no. Some of
yeah,
them got
they
jobs and shit. Yeah.
some of them are entrepreneurs and making money and stuff. Some of them, see, it's different levels to that. See, some of them just do it because they
Yeah.
want the attention. But what you
Yeah.
talking about, Rod, the ones with no jobs and stuff, that's a whole nother criteria.
That's
Those are the ones with
survival.
the good
That's
pink.
survival.
Never mind.
you got issues? You got real issues. I mean, hey, say it because hey, it is what it is.
Am I okay? So the ones that got the worst credit score that probably drive a Saturn telling you he drive a foreign car or whatever, the ones that have 12 baby mamas, they ain't got nowhere to stay, they're homosexual. So what they do, they try to homosexual what it is, they try to stay at your house or somewhere to sleep at night. Them the ones with the best penis. They don't even have to wear the thought outfit.
Because they're in survival mode. Like they need it to live.
They need somewhere to stay. They need somewhere to stay.
Yes.
They will
That's their
treat
bread and
you
butter.
right on that $7. Okay.
Okay,
They
so
will treat you right.
You saying dudes pumping to survive out here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Man, it's been since the beginning of time. What you talking about? If you go back to Disney and watch Aladdin, that's what the hell he did to Jasmine. Dude was homeless and his little monkey ass friend was with him. He done walked his way up into the prince's house. You know what? No, don't. I am.
Well, I mean, you gotta
argue
be honest,
that though.
Yo. That it take a lot of work. That's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's a job. That's their job.
It's a whole job out here, man, to live off of people.
I know you see my face. I'm just going.
That's such a career. Think about this as a man. Think about how lame you got to be as a man. That's a career. Like you really got to be focused as a man to not have your own. Only getting it through women. Like you got to be focused. That takes certain type of discipline for a man to do that, yo.
I personally know some. Yeah.
It takes what?
It takes discipline.
Discipline, not discipline, but discipline.
Discipline.
Those are the ones that's getting away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all but the ladies are letting them. Think about it, yo. Like
I've been digmatized before, so I had to admit I've been digmatized before. That was a couple of years ago, and I fell for it. I was lonely, but I'm a better cougar now, so I don't have to deal with that no more. I am.
Word,
changed my ways. I've changed my ways.
So,
yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, it can happen to the best of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
sometimes even the best, they lose a game. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But the good thing is that you back in the fight. You know? you got your new claws. You know what I'm saying? You got your new cougar claws, yo. Back in the game, yo. So good to see you back on the court, yo. Word. All right, so what I gotta say is a couple of other. All right, so we're gonna move along because I got a couple of questions. So we're gonna move along. All right, so this is a big one, and I just kind of want to know this because I kind of alluded to this a little bit in the beginning, kind of jumping the gun. But why don't women hold more women accountable, y'all? And I'm gonna explain the preface behind the question, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I think it's a lot of people who get pats on the back for stuff that they know is wrong, yo. And I see that a lot when it comes to women. Like women could be emotionally triggered by another woman's post, but not the details of the post. So I see that a lot. But I never see, other women checking women, you know what I mean? Like I see it now more on YouTube. Like it's women out here who are actually advocating for things based on the behalf of how it's seen by, from a man's point of view. But I just want to know from y'all as women, because if I ask men this, y'all already know what their answers is going to be, because they always want to be right. They always want to sit together because it'll go down a whole nother rabbit hole. But for y'all, like, I don't know if y'all do that to y'all friends or not. But
I'm gonna spit truth. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna spit truth. The reason why women are like this because we're our own worst enemies. We don't like other women. I don't care what they say. They sis this, love sis that. That's bullcrap. We don't like other women because we've been taught all our life that other women is competition. Even though deep down inside you don't want competition with another female because we're supposed to be supporting each other. There's so many women out here that has that survival mode mentality, and because of that, they smile in your face, snap you in the back, so they let you do wrong just so they can talk about you and look better to the next man. It's a pick me syndrome. If I'm wrong, Mika, stop me.
No, I see that. It's especially in public. Like we're gonna act like we support you in a sense, but like she said, it's for something to talk about, something to compare to your friends, something to say, oh, you know what, I heard so and so is doing this, and it does happen. I can't say that it doesn't. I try not to condone foolishness. I try. I'm growing. I'm working on it. But if it's my people, I'm gonna condone her probably, especially in public. Like, bitch, you got this. But then I might talk to her on the side, like, yo, let mean, like that. But and you know, we gotta act like we have this unity, especially because the word is it's so catty in the female world. And so I think some females try to put up a facade that it's not,
Right.
but it is.
That's why
But
I
do y'all,
don't.
But
If
it
do
you
y'all
ever
think it's
notice,
catalyst though?
if
Huh?
you ever notice, Rod, most women say they don't have a lot of female friends. You have one or two,
Right.
and
And is
it
that
is
because it is? You was gonna say what?
because that's more. I'm sorry, guys, but that's more females to actually be in competition with. That's the truth. But we won't accept that. We say, oh, because this girl is this way, this girl is that way. But the reality is, no, that's just someone else that you got to deal with, a whole other personality you got to get to know, and someone else is almost like it's another fight. Why do that? I don't know why it's like that, but it is the way it is.
Well, I understand where y'all coming from. You know what I mean? I still at some point though, I think we're gonna have to figure out a way to do it because long as women have this blind support for each other, even when they know that other women are wrong, it just doesn't serve any purpose. Like I get what y'all saying though. At the moment, it gives other women something to talk about because the cattiness, the competition, and all that. But it doesn't help with the relationship building any way you go because now look at the situations that we looking at right now, right? If two women are really friends, right? They will want the best for each other. That's the same thing I'm looking at for
Absolutely.
dudes. You know what I mean? You want the best for that person. But when you know that person is dead wrong for what they're doing, right? If you know they wrong, checking them can only go but so far, right? Because you checking them or you telling them blah blah blah, they can take it personal. Boom, now y'all not friends no more. But
And that
my
happens
thing
all the
is that
time.
right, and so that's the only way you can find out if they really a friend. That's
That
any relationship. You need to.
I'm gonna be
That's how
100
you
with
need to
you.
find out. Go ahead.
A lot of people know Aisha. A lot. I mean, you if you know me, you know somebody who know me that knows somebody who know me. And I do my best not to hold any animosity to any female because I feel like honestly, I got too much competition with myself to worry about anybody else. To be honest with you, I got to work on me inside and out, mentally, everything. So
Right.
when it comes down to me and the few people I rock with, oh, we check each other right away, like real quick. My friends be like, "Look, Aisha, you want a whole nother mental right now." I'll tell my friends like, "You need to go see a therapist." Whatever the situation is, like, no, you want something? Nah, he wasn't wrong. You tripping? You being extra? I will tell my friends that, the few that I rock with,
Right.
because they can
Yeah.
handle that. Now there has been a few that I've actually checked because, like, unfortunately, one of the people I used to rock with real strong used to come with all this positivity, but then in the sentence with negative stuff. And I was just sick of it. And I was like, yo, you can't keep coming up here and starting the day off on a positive note. 2 seconds later, it's killing the vibe and think we're going to be okay with it. And when I checked her
Right.
like that, she didn't appreciate it. She was like, oh, well, you just trying to ignore the fact that I'm alpha female. First of all, bitch, I'm not trying to be alpha female. So it turned really bad because she couldn't handle my truth.
Yeah.
And
It's the
that's just
mentality.
right. So,
Yeah.
and if it's better for me to maintain my peace by being with one or two people in my life as a friend, then that needs to be that way. Because that way, my animosity that I have, I can check myself on any animosity or any other issues I'm having, and that way I can be healthier for the next person, whether it's the next friendship, whether it's the next relationship. But avoiding all that extra drama minimizes the drama to other people unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I get that. And at the same time, though, I think people use the word friend too loosely. Then
yeah.
Absolutely.
And I keep
this
my
is
circle small for that reason. I
all
can't call
right.
everybody a
Yeah.
friend. My best
Because
friend, like I said, we've been friends for 20 plus years.
right.
And then I have
30
a
years.
couple other ones that I keep close, but not many. Because of that reason, you can't be real with every female.
Nope.
You can't
Gotcha.
when they feel that they're being checked, even though you're doing it you can be doing it out of love because you care. Like, I don't want you out here looking crazy, so I'm trying to come to you and let you know. They don't like
But
that for some reason.
it's supposed to be out of love. That's
Yeah.
that's where the word friendship goes astray, because people think, oh, because I know you, I'm your friend. And that,
Yeah.
again, that's not the meaning. That Facebook put that in a lot of people's heads. Social media put that in a lot of people's heads. Become friends with this person. You're an acquaintance to me. But if you're a friend with me,
I'm gonna love you unconditional. In other words, what you're going through, I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna step to the side until you're ready, and I'm gonna keep going, and vice versa. I expect that. I expect for my friends to come to me and tell me, Aisha, you're wrong. Because if they don't, how would I learn? And then I can't trust them. If they can't be honest with me, I can't trust them.
Mhm.
Wow,
So why
that's
do I
dope.
want to be friends with them?
That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. The word friends be used too loosely. So we got some people in the chats, right? So we got Judith Sanchez, right? So she's like, she can't do that with her friends. Like she don't check them because it's too many sensitive people.
Mm-hmm.
So she's speaking from a place of like, you can't tell people the truth a lot of times because they're too sensitive. They
It's
can't
the
take it.
ego.
You know what I'm saying?
But
But that's
like I
why I
said,
went back
are
to
they
I
your
said,
friend?
are they really your friend? Go ahead.
Yeah, are they
Go
your
ahead.
friend, or is it someone you don't want to be lonely, so you chill with them on a regular? That's someone you call because you don't have no one else, or you don't have a relationship with yourself enough to be okay with you until you're around the right people that can support you properly, and vice
Mhm.
versa. Because other than that, that means you're just lonely. You're accepting whatever you want to accept. I'm gonna
Right,
take myself out. I'm gonna love me.
Yeah.
right.
Took me
And
a
I'm
while to
telling
get there,
y'all
but I get it.
because friends, that word friendship, I'm telling you, you gotta really dig deep, in order to really consider someone that because you could be close to people, but it's just that whenever you put that whole friend thing in there, it's a different level of expectation that come into that, yo. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
believe so. And being able to check your friend when they wrong should be a part of that equation. Because if you could check them, then I promise you should be able to be checked. But people could give and don't take. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people just don't do that because if you really are a person's friend, that's what I'm saying. If you really their friend, then you gonna say something, yo. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just that. And if they
Okay.
continue to go down a path that is against what you feel and how you feel and all that other things, then man, what do you do? Do you remove yourself as a friend
Yeah. If it
or
don't
what?
resonate with you,
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm
right.
big on that.
But a lot of people are scared to do it. They don't. Again, that goes back
Mhm.
to self love. They scared to be alone. They scared to be like, oh, I don't have no
Exactly.
friends. I pay for these walls right here. This mortgage
Sure
costs me
do.
every month. Let me tell you something. I will
Sure
enjoy myself.
do.
I will be in the mirror just to
Mhm.
myself before I deal with
Sure
someone
will.
else that has some bad energy.
Exactly.
I just can't. And it took me years to learn that because I
Word.
accepted a lot of BS in
I just did a
the
reel
mental
about that.
fact of being by yourself.
Energy is everything, yo.
It is.
Energy is everything. You understand what I'm
These
saying? You got to be able to protect your energy at all costs and all times, man. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm going to be honest, you could be in certain situations, and if you just remove yourself, hey, you don't
I'm
have to
telling you.
deal with it versus trying to
Yes.
be in the mix and wanting to change it because of the way you feel like you have that ability. Sometimes we could go into rooms and we could change the atmosphere. Then there's sometimes where we go into the room and we need to change the room.
mhm.
You know what I mean? That's just how it go. Well, yo, all right. So look, I don't know. I think both of y'all, between what both of y'all said, y'all both in agreement. Um, most women don't check other women because of the fact of, you know,
They're
too
frenemies.
sensitive. People
Yeah.
can't really take it. They take it as competition. They don't understand and they
Or
don't,
you don't care enough about them.
or you
You
don't
may
care
not.
enough
You
about them.
don't care enough about them. You're like, I don't
That's,
care if you look a fool. Like,
again, that's not
ain't
a friend. They're frenemies.
Then
That's not a
there
exactly.
you
friend.
go. And that's a good point, yo. So that's dope. All right, so here's my next question. And now I want y'all to be completely honest when it comes to this because we gotta know. You know what I'm saying? Because earlier, like we said, Aisha, you was like, yo, men are visual creatures. And they are, right? So for y'all, for women, all right. So how important is it for physical attraction when it comes to a man for y'all? Like, how important is it to have physical attraction? Now, we know there's other factors that are considered between men and women when it comes to what makes a person attractive or not, right? So I want y'all to be completely honest in this standpoint, yo. Like, let us know because men need to know this. You know what I mean? Because although it's just y'all two, y'all can't speak for all women, but I want y'all to give me an opinion from y'all standpoint because, you know, I
It's
think y'all
very
be able to
important.
tell it. So physical attraction is important to y'all.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm gonna let you talk real quick, Mika. Go ahead.
I
I
mean,
ain't gonna be nice
who
about it.
wants who wants I mean, you have, not that society has to find them attractive, but yes, you have to physically find them. Who wants to be looking at somebody that they find ugly? Who's gonna be fucking somebody that they find ugly? Like, you have to have that.
Okay.
It's very necessary. I don't. There's no way. Yeah, no, it's necessary.
All right. All right.
I'm thinking
Well,
about some ugly guys in my head, and I'm like, there's no
So
fucking
I'm
way.
gonna agree with her, but I'm gonna agree with her from experience because I went through that phase. Now I was married. If you don't know anything about me, I was married for over 14 years. Okay. So after I got out of that marriage, dating again was a big issue to me, and meeting guys by looks was the thing that I was kind of, doing. And then it was just like, okay, well, this ain't working out. So let me just go ahead and try to meet someone, based on their personality. But let me tell you what I learned about that. That is one thing. If you get into an argument with someone and you look at them and you be like, you lucky you fine. But if an ugly motherfucker piss you off, there's no comeback to that. You ever been broke up with somebody ugly? You know how that now you insulted two people. You done insulted me and you done insulted me, myself, and I. Okay, so you're not gonna. So now I'm mad twice because now you got an ugly attitude and an ugly personality, and I'm supposed to deal with you. I'm supposed to take you back. I done did my charity work. Now you out here embarrassing me in these streets.
That is not cool.
No, I've learned my lesson. Cool. I cannot anymore. I will never again. No Quasimodos for me. I will never again date anyone that look like the bottom of my shoe. I don't care how good their personality is. Because one day they're gonna have a bad day, and I'm gonna miss. I'll be me. See, you know what?
Yeah.
You never brought up.
It's hard to be nice when you're it's just no.
You
like,
ever seen someone upset you that's ugly, and then you like, especially like in public, just random person. You ever seen someone with an ugly attitude and they're ugly? You're gonna pop off at them. But if you see someone, think about a cute baby. You think about a cute baby. A cute baby can sit there and do something, and you're like, oh, don't do that ever again. But let that baby be ugly. And yes, there's such thing as ugly babies. Let that baby be looking like little Thelma. It's looking like it done been here 12 times already. You gonna pop the smack out of that baby. You gonna be mad.
Yeah,
looks matter.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right.
It's
so
a sad truth, but
it's the truth, right?
Yeah, it's the truth.
So when y'all look at men, that's the thing. So you said no personality. So now the way a man looks has nothing to do with, letting you ladies know whether he can provide, whether he'll protect you, whether any of that stuff is going to come along with it. So what I want to know is what is ugly? Because I don't know, like, all right, so I know there's people that are unattractive and in their looks, but the thing that makes a person ugly is their personality to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get there's some people that don't quite look approachable, but I do understand that there's a such thing because there's some really very attractive people, right, who are ugly as shit because of the way that they act, and you know what I'm saying, and everything that come along with that personality. So, what makes a man ugly to y'all? Because I mean, let's think about it. All right, so one thing that a dude can't change is how he look. He can change his body, but he can't change this.
They got barbers out there. I done seen people go from can I borrow $1 to I got no kids in a 750 credit score. Don't play. They got people that can fix them faces.
But you talking about their hair, like
no,
like
I'm
me,
talking
like
about
I want my hair back.
I see people come. All right. I mean, you're right though. They can't change a lot of their physical face things. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But they could change all their body, they could get all cock diesel and all that. But to y'all, so tell me, what makes a man ugly, yo? I mean, even outside of the physical part, because is it because he's too big? Is it too small? Is it too short? Like, what
I think it's a preference.
Ugly?
That's a preference thing.
Yeah, that's a personal preference.
I think that changes for each woman. There's not a set definition. And the physical is just the burial. That's the first one. There's levels to the attractiveness. That's just the first. That might get you to say hello. And but that might be as far as it goes because you might be an ugly person, like
Right.
inside. So physical only gets you so far.
Or
with
they
the
may not
right
even
bitch.
be inside ugly. It might just be boring as hell. Like
Yeah, lame,
you
just
ever look at somebody
no
online and they just
excitement.
fine as I don't know what? You ever meet them and they, you look at someone online and they fine, they look good. You can't wait to see them. You meet them and you don't like the way they smell. It'd be little stuff.
Yeah,
Like it's just bits.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely not.
It's
You're
true.
right. Yeah, you're right. It's everybody is not who they perceive to be online, yo. It's very, very seldom do people show up that way. Now, I will say this though, neither one of y'all answered my question yet on what make a dude ugly physically. Because I get all that extra stuff. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
preference.
But I don't know. So look, I'm gonna read a couple of things from the chat. So
Oh,
Yessie is laughing at you, Aisha. She was like, yo, she laughing.
She already knew I was coming to miss.
And then let's see, Judith. So Judith say a guy can be too but ugly with great personality. He might get a 10. So
So
that's
he
what I'm
pissed you off.
saying. Sometimes
You ain't been
the
pissed off by
dudes,
an ugly person yet, Judith.
but listen, even if he ugly and he piss her off, so y'all saying that okay, so if he ugly, he can't never make nobody mad.
Just saying, if you don't have, if
you
if
come
you
off as
weren't,
ungrateful.
if God didn't grace you with a pleasant atmosphere, then you got to tread lightly on how you speak to me. Like I need you
Wait,
to
hold
speak
on.
your face.
You said his face is his atmosphere?
I need you to speak your face. Like I need you to be able to talk today. If your face is a 10, when you mad, then you can yell at a 10. But if your face is a 2, then I need you at all times to be talking like this. Don't you come at me with no attitude.
No.
I need you to
That
come
is
to
not
me.
it, yo.
No
So in other words, you saying like, all right, so you feel like if a guy is unattractive and you're giving him an opportunity, do you feel like you're doing them a favor? In that aspect, because if he, he still got to be treated as the man, you know what I'm saying? So if he do
You know
like
what's
have
funny?
to put his what?
You know what's funny? Most of the guys like that are the most cocky guys ever. They feel like if they talk to you and they don't realize they're ugly, for some reason, people are still gassing their head up. They might have money or, might be
Right,
popular. And so
right.
they still getting gassed up. And those are the ones that just, because of that, they have this attitude that you're lucky to be with them.
Yeah. They don't know they're ugly, Rob.
Right,
They have
because
no
they've been
idea.
lied to. Because y'all ain't checking your ugly ass
Y'all
boys.
ain't checking your boys.
You're not telling your
We
boys
don't-
that they ugly. You're not telling your boys
we don't
you
be
need to go
friends.
see a dentist.
Look, we don't be
if he looks
friends.
funny.
We don't be friends with our boys because of how they look. Remember,
No,
that's not
but
how
check
men.
them though.
You can tell them you're ugly.
You can check them. You can
How-
tell them you look like, yo, I can smell
Really
you from
think
across the
about that.
room. You need to go to a dentist or something. You need to tell your boy you need to clip your
No,
fingernails or
we
she's gonna
could
give this girl BV. You see what I'm saying?
we could
Little
do
things.
stuff like that. Now, little stuff like that, yeah. But as far as like his physical appearance as a guy, like we don't befriend dudes because of that. Like sometimes dudes get a nickname for how they look if they look weird or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But we don't not rock with them because of that. So to check them on like, yo, man, listen, B, the way your nose sitting right now, I don't think you should yell at shorty.
No.
I'm just
Like, I
saying
can't.
in general, like
No. Yeah, if your ugly friend has a cute girl and you notice him acting above his face,
his
like
face grade. Say it, girl.
yeah, if you notice him acting
Acting,
above his face grade,
acting above his
then
face grade.
yeah,
Mhm.
you need to check him. Like, dude, you might not want to attempt that because you got lucky already. Like, don't go rocking that boat. Like, you can check him. You know when they start getting cocky, like you
Yeah,
like,
but I don't know if that's considered lucky because the girl is cute. Like,
but
because think
I
about
mean,
it
but
though, y'all. We talked about this before. You know, men are visual creatures. You
yeah,
ladies have certain women. I know, based. Some of y'all have a different way that a man becomes. Even if he's attractive, in order for him to get to a certain space, he gotta, appease certain things. For y'all, I get it. Not all of y'all, but I know some of y'all, like, mentally, like, person gotta be able to hold a conversation or or they got to be able to, just be something else about them versus just how they look. So I get that, but for the most part, I mean, think about it though, y'all. Like, if a dude that that y'all may consider unattractive, and that's our boy, and he bags a girl, think about what that looked like to us. To us, it looked like, okay, well, he must not be that unattractive.
Nah, he look like y'all
Like,
look at it
no, think
like he a
about it. Like,
superstar.
for
Like he
us,
did that. Like, look, he done bag. I've been asking Shorty
I
for 3
mean,
months and he
you
got her.
gotta think about it. Like, yo, that's her preference. That's how we gotta look at it. Like, okay, so guys that look like him, I bet this girls like this, they like him. So it make you
So,
look at
but
yourself.
you just said,
Like him.
guys that look like him. So you two are
So you
acknowledging the fact
know
that you see that
he
his
looks
face has
funny.
been through some things. You know he got 60
Yeah,
miles on his
yeah.
face.
But the
So that
girl that's
again,
cute, she like that. She like to do with
but that's
miles on
fine.
his
But
face, yo.
matter of
But you
fact,
still
not
know he looks funny.
even if they're not ugly, when your boy's out of place, check them. Because even the fine ones be out of place and they don't get checked. And because they find, they feel like they can just keep running through the next girl and the next girl. And that's one of the problems with society now, because now the other girl's been waiting in line. She gonna trash talk this one right here. This is why we don't get along, because we're in a battle for men or whatever preference it is that they're with.
Right.
But check your man.
But no, to be honest with
It
y'all,
don't matter
now
how they look.
let's be honest. Like, I'm gonna be honest with me. Like, the crew or the people that I'm around, like, yo, we check each other. Like, we don't do none of that. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody wrong, we be like, yo, fam, you gotta relax, yo. That ain't, boom, boom, boom. So we do that. And most of the people that are around me, they do something. Like, I don't just hang with people just to hang with them. I learned that a long time ago, even as a man. Like, you can't just be around people. You can't just have men as friends. Like, y'all gotta have some type of commonality so you could kind of help each other in some type of shape, form, or fashion go to another level. Other than that, there's no need for us to have a friend. Like, there's no need for me to hang around a bunch of dudes.
Right.
Like, I
Right.
don't do that. So the guys that I'm around, because we, what I'm saying, most of the time they all doing what I'm doing. Like, they working with me in some capacity. So with that, we have a certain type of relationship where we could holler at each other in that aspect. So, I mean, I know that for most dudes that are friends with dudes, they do. Now, I do know this. Sometimes when dudes have a certain type of alpha energy, and there's dudes that want to follow because they kind of get the leftovers from the man that's in front, then they don't ever check the dude that's in front. And that's something that they do. They call riders and all this other shit, But I don't get that. I don't hang around people like that though. So I wouldn't know how to check a dude like that. I just remove myself from the room. Because dudes got egos and pride. You know what I mean? When they come to that. So like y'all said, if a dude is ugly and he got money or whatever he got, feel like he the man, because I mean, who am
To
I to
me,
judge?
ugly is more than physical for me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we talked about personality too, but for me, like, I can be turned off by, someone can look good and I can look fine and I'm like, yeah, they look real nice. And the moment they stick a cigarette in their mouth, I'm like, I don't do cigarettes. It just, to me, it's unattractive. They're no longer attractive to me. So ugly in my book can range from different things.
Yeah, physical is just, like I said, it's just the first layer. There's many things that can make somebody ugly to you. It's like I said, it's a preference.
Well, like I said, we were just talking about physical. So at this particular point, yeah, you're right. There's so many different things that come into play that make a person unattractive. In some shape, form, or fashion. Even if they are physically attractive, they can still be deemed unattractive and ugly if it don't match. If the inside don't match the outside, you know what I mean? So I guess for y'all, so the dudes that's watching, man, the ladies that's spoken, you might, you gotta come with something. So before I move on, so physical, is that body or face?
The whole package. The meat locker.
So if they don't have all this here, they gotta at least have what, a certain type of frame or structure. Like, help us out.
No,
like,
no, because you can have a nice face and be built like a Teletubby. I might work with you.
Yeah. Rub your belly.
So So basically up here, and these questions are important. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because at the end of the day, yo, it's a lot. Women think that there's a lot of men out here having sex. They're not. There's a whole bunch of statistics out there where even on dating apps, women only swipe right like 15% of the time, where there's men swipe right 85% of the time when it comes to these links. That's why if you ever notice on dating apps, a lot of the women are dating, the same kind of dude in the same area if they on a dating app, because they only swiping on a certain dude. Because women find men less attractive, they don't even give them an opportunity because of the way they look in it, physically. And then they've given all these other guys that look the way they want them to look, and then they get their heart broken. So I don't know. Girls don't like dudes that's a certain height, you know. But I get where y'all coming from. But the guys that's watching, hey, listen, I don't know, but the lady said it, that mug, yo, you gotta have it all together. I don't know what you can do because you're born with it, but you got to
You
figure
gotta
out
make
another
it
way
do
to
what it
get to them.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
got to at
gotta make it
least.
work for you.
The girl, Aisha said, you at least got to know about wine. If you would know about wine, you can get past that, yo.
You
You know what I'm
got to,
saying?
because you're gonna have to give me hella tipsy at this point. I'm sorry. You got.
Hey, look, all the ugly guys, y'all see it somewhere, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Y'all might become attractive in that same
Study up
night
on your wine.
with enough
See,
Study up.
wine.
that's why I started. That's why I stopped drinking when I go out. Cause nope, you ain't getting me. You ain't getting me slipping. Nope. Sober up and be mad at myself in the morning. Nope. I'm drinking
That's
water in the
crazy.
club.
I don't
Word.
drink, so
All right. So look, I'm gonna move on, yo, because this question I got here, I think it's important. I think it's gonna be great to get y'all perspective on this one, though. Do y'all think that it's wrong to talk about personal problems with friends and family?
Oof.
So when you got things going on in your relationship, right? Do you think that it's cool to talk with your friends and family about those scenarios? And I'm gonna give you a backstory to the question, a preference, because a lot of times when you've forgiven a person, the people you told have not,
Right.
regardless. You know what I mean? Like, and you think that you're doing a thing to try to get something off or try to get another person's perspective when you ultimately know that you're going to only basically tell one side of the story, because it's hard for you to tell the way another person feels based on the way that they're expressing it to you. You can only express it the way that you feel like you don't feel the same way or not. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that it's wrong to talk about personal problems in your relationship with friends and family?
I've been going
I
first
wouldn't say
all night.
wrong.
You can go ahead.
Yeah. I wouldn't say wrong, but I don't agree with it. My family, um, to this day, like they really get frustrated with me because I do keep to myself a lot when it comes to certain things, and that's because I've learned the hard way. Um, Talking to friends and family is really just venting. Um, I have a lot of family. Like I went through some things recently, and they're like, "Aisha, why didn't you tell me?" I said, "For what?" For the most part, when you tell someone something, um, their biggest response is, "Well, what are you gonna do?" Well, if I knew what I was gonna do, you think I'd be asking?
Right,
Make it make sense. So
right,
a lot of times, other than that, it's just like you try to express how you're feeling because you want to know if you're wrong majority of the time, or you just want to get it off your chest. But like you said, if you go back, that family member or that friend is actually still holding a grudge because they hadn't released that energy, which they should have never had in the beginning.
right.
That was giving too much of your personal business to someone else. So unless it actually involved them, it's really none of their business. It's one of them. If you really have to talk to someone, shoot, I believe in seeing a therapist. I believe in talking to someone who's going to be outside of the situation that can actually give a vocal opinion properly versus just someone who's going to high five you till you get through it to feel better to the next person. That's putting a band-aid on it. That's not proper. I just, I don't think it's wrong. I just don't agree with that. I don't,
Gotcha, gotcha. All
I
right,
think it
me.
gets messy. Yeah, I think it gets messy. Especially like she said, if you are going back to that person, or if it was just a little, you know, you guys both got heated in the moment, so you called your friend talking shit, and you know, and he said this, and then I said, but you know, and all the whole thing. Especially if it's like my best, like we hold grudges. Like there is some of her ex-boyfriends I still don't like
See?
because of one story that she may have told me,
Yeah.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
the same way for her. If I tell her
Right.
something, she's gonna be like, "Well, fuck him," like, and but that's just how it is. So I try not to. If I'm going to a friend about it, it's at the end. You know, like I know I'm not going back, or because then you have to look back through it too, because then they're looking at you like, well, didn't he do this, this, and that? And now, so then there's that judgment because, oh, well, I
Right.
would never go back after he did this. And
And
it just, it doesn't work out. Like,
that,
especially
and
if it's
that's
the
when,
wrong type of person.
right. And that's when it falls back on, are they your real friend? Because your
Yep.
real friend is going to tell you during that situation, hey, I think you're making a stupid decision, or
Yep.
I think you're making a proper decision. And you're going to go back to him, and I'm letting you know right now, don't come to me hurt.
Yep.
That a real
Gotcha.
friend is going to be upfront with you and then be like,
And
hey,
set
I
their
don't like what I
boundaries.
see.
Mhm.
Exactly. I don't like what I see. So what I'm going to do is just not be part of this. The reality is
Right.
there's three sides to every story. There's your side, his side, and the truth. So until everyone's in the room, then right now maybe you just need to think about the situation, or you can talk to them. But like I said, a real friend is going to tell you the truth and let you decide. And then they'll if they judge you, they judge you, but they judge you quietly to themselves. They'll tell you
Okay.
how they feel and
And
keep
that,
going.
and that goes back to the thing that we were saying earlier about being a real friend, but even family,
Right.
because sometimes people talk to their mothers or aunts or cousins and those different things, you know, like and telling them what's going on in your house. And the thing is, like I said, you know, a lot of times people only tell it from their side too as well. You know what I mean? And that gives off the to me the illusion of the person that's telling the story that they feel like they're always right. Because
Mhm.
at some point you got to be accountable. Like you got
Yeah.
to be accountable for what you did. Like, because some people could look at that as a form of, you know, disloyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know you telling people what's going on in this crib. Like if you're not really, if you ain't getting abused, if you ain't getting verbally or physically abused, if you're not, you know what I'm saying, y'all having some arguments, y'all got disagreements going on, y'all might not agree on certain things. You know, I don't feel like it's right to involve outside people. Like I don't
Right.
think it's no such thing as a, let me see if I'm tripping or not. Like how you feel is how you feel. And if you two people can't, you know what I'm saying, come as adults and have a communication about it and sometimes be able to agree to disagree, like, or be able to apologize for the way a person feels, but not because of what's going on. Like, listen, I apologize that you feel that way, but look, that ain't my intention. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing, or this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. I think a lot of people don't have those type of relationships because people, when they feel a certain way, they expect the other person to automatically feel like them.
Feel the same way. Right.
You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And I don't get that, you know, like that's not how a relationship works. You know, give and take is a real thing, not take and take or give and give. It's give and take. You know what I mean? But for real, people do it every day. And I feel
Mhm.
like relationships would last longer if people was from the outside wasn't in it so much. But that's
Yeah.
just my opinion.
And
You
plus,
I
know?
I
agree.
think the people who are constantly calling their friends or their family, they don't want accountability for their own shit.
There you
So
go.
they're calling those people who are going to cheer them on. They're calling the ones who are going to co-sign their bullshit, not the ones who are going to
Yep.
check them. They're not calling the ones who are going to check them at all.
That's
They're
a
calling
fact.
the ones
That's
who are going
right.
to be like, yeah, you right. Yeah, that she did what?
That's
You
right.
did what? Those are the ones they call in. They don't want to. They don't want to be held accountable for their shit. That's why they're not going to their partner. That's why they're keeping it out the house because their partner could check them. Their partner can hold them accountable, and they don't want that. That's
That's right.
confrontation.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
and
That's,
no,
go ahead,
I agree. I'm just saying at that point, I feel like you at that point have given that other person, that third party, full permission to be involved at this point on, because you done involved them in season one. You can't go to season two without bringing them to season two.
Exactly.
yeah,
And
you
now they
already
have
know.
a perception of your partner. Their
Right.
perception of your partner may not even match yours. You were just
Right.
mad that day, but that's who they see your partner as for the rest of their lives.
Oh, and you know they go tell somebody else.
Of
Mhm.
course.
Yep.
Why
And you
not?
gave them permission to, because if you told them then you can't dictate who they can speak to. You can ask them, but you
Yeah.
can't make them not speak to someone. You broke your own boundary whenever you allowed it to come out of your mouth, and
That's
then
right.
you're vocalizing all that. So
Yeah, because people hold it and they tell it. You may think that it's just between y'all two. Once you let them know, they gonna do it because, like y'all said, sometimes people like gossip or they like to see when another person is down. It makes them feel up sometimes. You know what I mean? And even when you think that's your friend, really, 9 times out of 10, they not. Because if that was your friend, they'd be like, "Yo, look, don't tell me that, because you know you're
Yeah.
gonna go right back to them. Don't tell me your business. I don't want to know. Let me know when you feeling this
Right.
way." But no, they feed into it, like you said, me, and they
Yep.
just edge them on because
that's
you
right.
know they know that's what they want to hear. The next thing you know, girls trip or girls night out, she done, you know what I'm saying, like a girl's talking into something, she done got drunk, and then boom.
Yep.
Now it's an extra body added on. Because right, it's an extra body to the account, yo. You
Yeah.
understand?
Escalated
That
quickly.
body count is
Hopefully it's
That
just
escalated
one.
real quick.
Hopefully.
hey,
Yeah.
that body count, that body
Jeez.
count be on multiplication sometimes, yo, out here in these
Yeah.
But
streets.
I mean,
Yo.
whatever happened to just getting drunk and talking smack? You just added a whole other penis. Like, I'm sorry. Forget it. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I mean,
It be
but it
escalating
happens.
like that.
But ain't that how it happened? Think about it. You have an
I
argument, you know,
cannot
a
agree.
woman have a,
Nah.
you know what I'm saying? They'll jump
I mean,
on
I'm
it.
not saying it doesn't happen like that. Let's see. That's that whole dealing with too many females. It's always a
Yeah.
hoe, and it's always a hoe in a group. It's always somebody's spirit
Oh,
of Jezebel trying to get out there and do things. And so I can't be around everybody like that because I don't want her, hopscotching from pink. I can't have her doing that because your box is hot. You see what I'm saying? No,
yeah.
And they'll do it.
just
Like
let
that's
me
why
drink my wine and be mad.
y'all gotta be careful when y'all telling people your business what's going
Your
on in your
business, right?
crib. Because, you
Right.
know, no matter who right or wrong, y'all gonna have to make a decision to deal with it. You know what I mean? At that particular moment. It's not up to other people. And then if other people give you the advice, you know, if it's what you want to hear or not what you want to hear, are you gonna listen to them? You know,
Exactly.
are there people
Right.
who are successful in their relationships? First of all,
Who you talking to?
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Who are you talking
Right.
to? You know what I mean? Just
Right.
because they related to you or just because you know them for a certain amount of time don't mean that they should be privy to certain type of information because they not experts in that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
You
saying?
like
They might
asking
be
someone that's
experts.
asking someone that ain't never been married. Well, what am I do to get him to marry me?
Exactly.
Stupid.
Or you
Dumb.
being or if a person is married, sometimes people be married, but they ain't got no great relationships.
Or
Their
be
relationships
married and
suck.
talking to single people. That's
You
dumb.
get what I'm saying? And then they the wrong ones to give you information too, like successful marriages. They could give
Yeah.
you some type of information based on the fact that it's successful, not just the fact that they married or because some people been together for a long time. Like
Right.
even the people that been together for a long time, if they've been able to deal with certain things and they can give you a perspective, that's one thing. But going to a person who is doing bad in their relationships as well, and then you telling them what's going on in yours, that energy
Blind
together,
leading the blind. Just
man,
stupid and
yo,
stupider.
a bunch of girl trips. Yeah, I'm just saying, you
You
gotta.
saying girl
I,
trip? I'm over here. I'm old school, so I'm remembering. I guess what's the name of that movie with Houston and all them on it?
Waiting to
Oh,
excel.
Green to
Oh,
Excel.
wait, Nixon. There you go, right there. We don't even
Waiting
got to
to
take no trips.
excel.
We go right over here to my friend's house and we're gonna drink this wine. We're
Yes.
gonna burn cars and everything else in between,
Exactly.
honey. We don't need to spend no money in dollars. Those are vacations. Unless I'm getting some penis from somebody. We're not going over the waters yet. No, because you're not gonna be
Yeah.
mad at me over the waters. No. We're gonna be
Yeah.
at Kim house. That's where we're gonna be.
There you go.
All right. Well, good, because you know everybody don't think that way, y'all. I promise. You know, people be looking for a reason to show out sometimes. You know what I mean? It's already in them. Like just because you angry shouldn't give you the notion to want to show out. You know, in a way that'll cause, you know, what I'm saying something to be like, you know, detrimental to yourself. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to information. Like I say, you know, some people just don't need to know certain things when it comes to your personal life, yo. I'm a firm believer in that, yo. Like, you know, some people say, yo, it's about you private. I've been called that all the time, yo. People say, yo, Rod, you private and all this other shit. I be like, nah, I just don't, because I don't want to know your business. There's no need for me to tell you mine. Like, I don't want to know
Yeah.
what you got. So I mean, because it's not making me, you know what I'm saying? What you eat don't make me shit. So why do I need to know everything that's going on in your life? That's not why I'm your friend.
Yeah.
You know, because I know everything about you. That don't make me a friend. But people be getting it misconstrued, yo. You be friends and family. I don't care what it is. Certain people just don't need to know your business. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It's
You could
facts.
be out here thinking that it's love if you want to. And shit. How many times people go behind your back and get with your people because you done told them a bunch of shit and they see something different? Especially girls. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Stop telling y'all. I'm telling you. Them girls be going right behind y'all.
Yeah. That's why they were your friend anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for that
Yep.
slip up.
Well, I don't know, y'all. I like I said, I believe it's I get both of y'all perspective on it. Um it's very seldom though, because you know, most women they don't wouldn't agree with y'all. So that's
It's
important.
mentality. It's a
I'm gonna wait.
mentality thing.
It is, but I'm gonna
Right.
wait and see the playback and see the comments because you know most women would think differently. They feel like yeah, they should be able to tell whoever they want, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know. So what y'all got coming up, man? Let's tell the people what y'all got coming up and all that, man. And what's new, Aisha? What's going on? What you got coming up?
Oh, I got lots coming up actually. I just reopened my boutique like I mentioned earlier. So with that being said, I'm running both feet with that. In addition to my boutique, I have a venue. I have a comedy venue now. So now instead of me traveling like I was in Maryland and all these other places to do shows, I will be producing shows and putting on shows at my venue, which is also in the same building as my store. That will be starting as early as the second week of February. I want to start off by doing a intimate Valentine's date giveaway where they come to my
Gotcha.
venue and they have a chef provide a meal for them, live music. I'm gonna give some nice gifts, etc., and make it a very nice experience in my venue that is called Sips and Giggles. So
Sips and giggles. I like that, yo. So where is it? Where's the location?
this
Let's give it
isn't
to the
this is
people, y'all.
1111 Hope Mills Road. Can't miss that. Can't forget that. 1111 Hope Mills Road, right here in Fayetteville. Come see me. I'm open Tuesday through Saturday, but you know it's mine. I open whenever I want. So come through when it comes down to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or shoot, follow me in the car. I don't care. Just I'll post stuff, let you know. You know, we have karaoke night. I plan on doing movie night there because I have projector. So I do plan on doing group movie nights, paint and sip. I want to incorporate a little something different. One of my friends, he likes to sketch, and so does my sister. So I want to do sketch and sip, where they teach you how to do live sketching.
Oh, that's
Um,
dope.
we'll, so a lot of different things I want to kind of do
Yeah,
there
man.
because again, so,
Congratulations,
thank
yo,
you,
on the
Yeah, that's
venue.
thank
up.
you.
So I'm gonna come out there, man, and check
Please
it out.
do,
So you know I could
please do.
bring,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? I got five on it through
I
and
was
have
about
you
to say,
come
come
out
on
there
through.
and kill it. You know, because we've been traveling to different venues. We like to do that. That basically why I built the platform. It's not to just be in one place so we can travel with it, you know, and give a comics a platform, then where they can express themselves. 5 minutes is a long
Yeah,
time when you're on that stage, especially if you ain't funny. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
part.
That could be the longest 5 minutes ever, yo. Word up.
So yeah,
I
come
bet.
through.
So entrepreneur on deck. So I appreciate you. All right. So Meek, let everybody know
Thank you.
what's going on with you.
Yes, yes. So getting my life coaching thing started, putting reels out every day, letting people know that I'm out here, giving people things to think about. Um, my business is expanding. I'm working with other life coaches, developing their content for their programs. And so their customers will be coming to me, purchasing their stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm working with some bigger companies, creating on a bigger scale, like up to 150 to 200 at a time for
Dope.
different events. So yeah, I'm just trying to get my name out there, working and just trying new stuff, you know. I'm just trying to keep
Yes,
Yo,
it
that's
fresh.
dope, man.
that's beautiful.
Entrepreneurs in the building,
That's
yo. I
beautiful.
love it. I love it. I
Yes.
love it. I love the energy, man. That's why I like to do this, man. I tell y'all, it it just makes me feel good when I'm in good energy, right? And around other people who are hustling and who are entrepreneurs, you know what I mean? Especially y'all are doing it in a way of something that y'all like to do. Y'all not trying to be masculine with it. I think it's a difference when, women are out here being entrepreneurs, but they're not trying to be dudes. They really are into their own thing and they into their lane and they in the ownership, man. I think that's important. And I think a lot of us, especially men, we got to be able to support our friends, man. You know what I'm saying? So you already know I got a platform for y'all. Anytime y'all want to come on and talk about something, if y'all just want to get on and chop it up, I do this every Tuesday. All right. And then, every other, I have theme shows every now and then. I like to keep it moving and stuff like that because, sparking conversation, we got to be able to talk about all things. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, for everybody that's watching, everybody that's listening, that's going to listen to the audio and the playback, I want y'all to make sure y'all connect with them. Give them y'all social media because that's what y'all didn't do. Let's give them that so that way people can go connect with y'all. They can find out what y'all got going on. All my people in Fayetteville and the surrounding areas, Lumberton, all those areas, yo, word up. Y'all come out there and check out Sips and Giggles. Yeah, I want to be able to yeah, we're gonna chop it up, man. We're gonna come out there and we're gonna put on, man. Me and Big P and me will come out there and bring some comics. And it's a lot of comics that travel to my platform that's in Fayetteville. So we're gonna make something happen. And I gotta get you back on set too, Aisha. You know what I'm saying? It's still,
I'm coming.
you know,
I've been
we,
I
we
postponed a lot recently, actually, for the past 6 months. I quit my job in June and I stepped away from a lot of things. And I went through a whole mental health healing situation and
right.
got myself back to where I need to be. And now I'm back doing what I love, selling clothes and telling jokes. So
All right, I love that, man. Yeah, both of y'all done let them 9 to 5s go, man. Inspirational, man. I'm telling y'all, it's out there. Your people gotta believe in themselves, though. First and foremost, yo. Word. Give them your social media handles real quick, y'all. It don't matter who go first. One of y'all.
Just find me Tamika Lebby, TAMIKALEBBY. That's on Facebook, and Mika, no last name, all together on Instagram.
All right, Mika, no last name on IG, y'all. All right, go ahead. E.
all right, so my name is Aisha. In order to find me, my name is spelled different. So go ahead and look at how it's spelled on here. Instagram, put Aisha Chronicles, because like I said, it's a story of my life, one glass of wine at a time. So Aisha Chronicles on Instagram and Twitter. When it comes to Facebook, it's Aisha McIver Dalton. Aisha AYESHIA McIver MCIVER Dalton DOWT as in Tom IN.
That's right. That's right. And y'all can catch both of these ladies on my YouTube channel in various different concepts and content. You know what I mean? So you can go check them out. It's a big deal to have some people that really rock with you on your platforms, man. We keep showing the love and we keep spreading it. So I appreciate y'all ladies for jumping on and chopping it up with me as always. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're gonna continue to keep going. All right, we're gonna continue to keep going, and we're gonna continue to keep growing. I'm gonna come out there to Fayetteville, and check out your spot whenever
Please
you
do.
get it open. Let me know so I can
Yes.
come down there and bring some of the crew. We'll come out there and check it out. You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
coming.
And you know what to do,
Mika,
Meek.
I
I'll
want to
see
link
you
with
on
you.
set. Yeah.
Yes,
Y'all link.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So
I wanna
look,
link
don't
with
go
you.
nowhere. We're gonna I'm gonna end the show, but don't go nowhere, and then we'll chop it up in the background and we'll make it shake, yo. All right. So what I want to do is I want to thank each and every one of y'all for listening, watching, and all that other stuff. Thank you to all the people that's going to watch the playback and going to listen to this audio and everywhere that y'all get y'all podcasts, everywhere y'all download them, everywhere y'all listen to them. All my truckers, my truck life people out there that's been listening to the podcast, appreciate y'all. And don't forget, like I said before, man, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. And it's your purpose. So you have to purposely find your purpose. Each and every person that's living, they got a purpose to be here. So without further ado, I double salute all of y'all. Thank you for tuning in. And this is Sparking Conversation, y'all.